So there's a theme in my life that's been going on now for some time, for a couple of months, 2 months, one month and a half. It started when I was having a lot of sessions where I would feel this deep connection. I would have these visions about a woman, and it's like I'm a guy. I'm going to sessions, and all of a sudden, instead of like having all these kinds of visions and shifts about my life and what's happening in my life, I would have like these deep visions and feelings about like past life connection with this woman, visions about the future with this woman, like all kinds of very strong, intense desires. So I would come out of a session and I would be with them, and I would have to learn how to relate to it, how to contextualize them. Because the mind, whenever those things arise, it wants to like make something happen with it. Like, what do I have to do with this? What do I do with it? Because I feel it. I feel the urges. So for me, it's a learning experience, and because I didn't know how to relate all of it, I started to do a new kind of meditation, which was Blessing of the Energy Centers by Joe Dispenza, number 6, I think. And he has you like balance all your chakras, bless all your chakras, tune into all your chakras, and then you connect to the frequency of oneness, wholeness. Like I've done a couple of meditations, but like those kind of things. And like this is my experience. This may not be everybody's experience, but this is my experience. And I may be wrong in the way I interpret it, but what I noticed was I would be in these very high frequency states where I would just feel in this flow of life where everything was like, wow, just unfolding. And I would have new experiences. I would notice synchronicities, people, events happening. But then what I would notice, and this was very strange to see, like all of a sudden, I would talk to somebody and I would notice whenever I would say something, paraphrasing somebody else, or thinking about an event, or talking about anything actually at all, and I would say it in my own words, and I would nonchalantly, like very casually, say it like it's the truth. Like I know, you're interested at this topic. Well, this guy, he said this and this and this and this and this and this and that. And then I would feel like I would have like these moments where I would share something, and all of a sudden, like I would feel like this contraction in my heart, and I would realize like, oh, something's wrong. Like my mind would go back to that event. What did I just say? What just happened? And it's like what I just said could influence this being, his path, in any kind of ways. And what I just said, was that 100% truth? Do I know that 100% to be true? And I thought about it. I was catching on. Like, and it was so confusing in the beginning. It's like internally I would feel like, oh, this is not coming from my heart. This is coming from my mind, from knowledge. It's like an unconscious, like, way of participating in a conversation. It's like saying something, saying whatever, just instead of feeling into it and then allowing it to be expressed. And this would happen more and more frequently. At certain points, I would like talk about something, and I would say something which I wasn't sure about, and I would feel like, I don't know actually if that's true. And sometimes I would talk to people, and I would tell them like, forget what I said about it. The reality, the truth is, I don't know. And the moment I said that, the energy would dissipate, where I'd feel this calmness, because I knew like, okay, like I told the truth. And it's like all of a sudden now I'm invited, or I'm in this awareness that I'm more and more in a process where I need to really express my truth completely and fully as I can. And if I don't know, I'll say I don't know. If I don't remember exactly what the person or the material or the source has said, I'll just say I don't remember it exactly. But you can look look to that person or that teacher and look into it. Like, because somehow, somewhere, I would notice that, like, my responsibility is not to give people everything that they need, but to at least be 100% honest with them. Because if I'm 100% honest with them, then I know I did my best. But if I'm just like blurting out things and they take it in, they listen to that information, and then that information becomes like a seed for their idea or their thought or their action, it can affect them in so many ways. Their relationships, all of it. It can affect them in so many different ways, and it can all be traced back to because I wasn't honest, that I didn't know, or because I paraphrased something, or because I wasn't speaking from the heart, I was speaking from the mind. So for me, that's been a freaking challenge. Honestly, it's been so challenging because it's happened so often. Like last time, I was yesterday, but I'll give you a couple of examples. So I was having a Zoom call with some people from a training that I do, transpersonal coaching, reconstructive. And on the training, I was talking about my experience with a client, how I coached the client, and I told very casually, like, yeah, coaching the client, you know what I noticed? That the client said that he actually felt the experience to be more intense because of the way we did it that way. And then while I said that, I would have this thing like, oh, that's like something about that doesn't resonate. So while they were talking further, they were going about, like, after like sometimes I realized like that was my projection. The client didn't say that. Like that was my experience. I felt that in my experience it was more intense the second time we did it in that particular way. And I projected that on him also having that kind of intensity. Like, sure, he said some things, but I projected my own experience onto it. And now I shared it to the group as if the client said it. And so I said, I'm sorry, you guys, but I think I lied to you, but this isn't true. It was my own experience. And the moment I said that, the energy dissipated, the construction dissipated. So it's like, whoa, it's like I need to be more honest, more and more and more and more just honest, 100% clear, 100% honest. And this is like about slowing down, and instead of being caught up in things, staying present, being in the heart, allowing the heart to be sensitive, allowing the heart to be open, to, like, before responding, dropping into the heart, allowing yourself to speak from the heart, being intimate with whatever's happening. Yeah, I wonder how this will evolve, because it's something really new, but I can understand the value of it, but it is challenging. It is challenging because it's almost like I feel like I have to say less and less and less and less, and only talk whenever I can really say something that's true. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah, thank you.